What's up guys, Gary7 here and welcome to this Destiny 2 guide showing you how to get the Outbreak Perfected Catalyst. And yeah, we're going to get straight into this video showing you to do it. You have to go into the 0-hour heroic mission and basically complete it. So I'm going to show you that, and there's a few other things you've got to do as well. So once you've got the catalyst, it will give you increased nanite damage. So enemies that die will with nanites attached to them generate additional nanites. So instead of getting 9, I think you get 13. And to get it, you've got to land precision final blows using the Outbreak Perfected and obtain Sieva particles or particulate from the activity 0 hour to unlock the upgrade. So you get 20% per heroic run through on each Singe. So you've got to do it 5 separate weeks basically on Solar, Void and Arc Singe. There will be a bit in this video that I'll show you. There is a slight little puzzle bit on the room before the vaults. But then that's going to come up on screen, so I'll talk about that in a minute. So basically, to get this catalyst, you have to complete this mission on heroic. Obviously, to get the gun before, you have to do it on the standard version, then on heroic you go through it. And on heroic, the enemies are slightly harder, and the pathway, the jump puzzle, is different. So you clear off these first 3 rooms pretty easy. Well, it was easy for us, pretty normal compared to what it's always like. Make sure you've got at least 1 arc, have somebody with a void and somebody with a solar, and you should be alright to get through here. The risk run, as you can see, absolutely melts through this and does really well, especially once you get the arc charge. It really is a great weapon for these type of missions with lots of little enemies. Watch out for the snipers as well. Again, occasionally you can't always reach them from the back, so having another 1 or 2 of you getting these helps. Unfortunately, this video's got no commentary in it because I've turned it off for my videos because it just sometimes doesn't work. So I thought I'd turn it off and then do commentary over the top of it. But I will be getting that sorted out soon. But for now, this video's just going to have me talking in it. I'm not going to speed up the video or anything, I'm just going to show you us playing through it at the standard speed. So you basically clear your first 2 rooms, then do this little jump bit through the back of the old tower bit from Destiny 1. Go through to the hangar, so the tower hangar, and then you can either take out the snipers, but Jenna does that, which is why I go down here, and then take out all these enemies. So again, Arc, Solar and Void shielded enemies all need taken out. There are also invisible guys down here as well, as you can see there's one there. But you'll find that the Fallen Guillotine is an absolute beast on these missions. It takes off the shields of any of the enemies, and yeah, it's just really good, definitely worth using if you have it. One thing I do struggle with, as you'll see in this video, is actually the jump puzzle itself, because it's completely different to, well, not completely, but there's a massive extra piece on this jump puzzle compared to the standard version. So in a minute, once we've cleared all these rooms and go through it, you'll see there's a bit where we have to go outside. I'll talk more about that in a minute when we do get there, but I do struggle with it. However, we were able to do it. If I can, once I nail this jump puzzle, we'll probably be able to complete this mission with a good 5 or 6 minutes left. So again, it's something for us to aim for in the coming weeks. So doing this is myself, Jenna and Jason. Again, Jason's another guy we did the Whisper and Whisper Heroic with. So yeah, another member of Team Average. So you can see with the Outbreak Perfected gun, it's pretty, this is the standard mission here. Take out this tank as always, and the Fallen Guillotine again absolutely destroys that tank. We also were running the Void Grenades with the increased damage to enemies. Again, one of the perks from your abilities as well. Again, just work your way through these enemies. And we know what we're doing here, so there'll be parts where it'll look like I'm just leaving or ignoring enemies, but that's because General Jason will be taking them out, and I know they'll be doing that, so I carry on with the enemies that I basically go for. You'll see it in a minute in this room. I'll literally run past one enemy, and then Jen and Jason will go get him while I carry on through. Because once I get my arc, you can see my arc charge on my wrist runner, I can absolutely melt through the enemies because the gun just reloads itself, and it's absolutely amazing. Jason has got a video as well on this showing his view from the run, which he gets to the boss room before us because again Jenna was waiting for me, trying to help me through this jump puzzle that I've been struggling with. But again, you can watch that. I'll leave a link to that in the description if it's up. But I'll speak to Jason about getting that. The link will be in there when it's ready. But you'll be able to hear our commentary. I got annoyed during this, so you'll be able to hear me being a bit of a stroppy bugger. But it is what it is. Sometimes these missions do get frustrating. Again, you've got to make sure you take out all of these enemies for it to open up the next path. So you can see my wrist runner here absolutely destroying all these with the arc charge, and I can go through all of these enemies pretty much by myself and just solo that bit so quickly. And once you've done it, it'll open up this gateway. So again, this is pretty much the same, all standard here at the moment, until you get to the ship room. So in a second, we'll get there, and then I'll tell you what we do from there. So you basically just need to, you know, keep calm, take your time, and, you know, it's not too bad a mission, especially with the light levels we can get to now, but it's a mission you need to do before it's vaulted. So as we get to this room here, you go to the right. Normally you go to the left towards the ship if you're doing the standard version, but on the heroic, go to the E vents here, go in the back one, crouch down, and then spin around 180 degrees and go to this back bit here. You can see me and Jenna got stuck on each other here. Me and Jenna go to the right because Jason goes left and gets the button to lift up the vents. So if we drop down here, we'll show you there are these 4 little parts which I just died on. Jenna picked me up here. So you go into these little rooms, and you need to make sure vent 3 is open, and that again is done on the back right button, which I'll show you in another run through. And then it's just a case of jumping up this little pathway here. It's like a little ledge, you know, it goes out, so just take your time as long as you're pushing forwards, and then just doing a double jump up, or triple jump if you're a hunter, you can, you know, get away with that. And then turn left up through this vent, turn the right, and then, you know, spam X to get through quicker. And then you'll see I wait here a couple of seconds just because Jenna's putting out the pathway for me. It's a lot easier for me on a hunter if the pathway's down. I can do it without it, you know, you jump into these little sections here, which, you know, you can see I can make it to them. But with the pathways, it's just a lot easier, a lot smoother for me. There's 4 little pathways you can go across, and then when you're at the end, there's the button that you use to turn on or off. If you're the first one there, turn it on, obviously, and then just leave it on for everybody else. Spam your way through, and then we go through the red pipes and into the left, on the left hole, into this section here. Now this is the part, the outside jump puzzle I'll call it, where I get stuck a lot. So you can see we got here with pretty good time, you know, I'm not doing too bad. You just jump, I think there's 3 of these little outer sewer sections, so you jump into them without falling off, and then jump to the last one, and then once you're on this one, you need to look up. I nearly fell off, which was not great. So you need to look up, and then jump up onto these pipes. So there's 3 pipes above you, you jump to, and then the 3rd one up here, and then you can see where Jason and Jenna are. You then jump across to this little platform. I missed it, but you can, if you do miss it, just jump down onto this one, but be careful because the pipe falls, and then jump onto there. From this bottom pipe, which I'm nearly messing up again, you jump up onto this moving platform, but you've got to be quick because, as you can hear, it falls up onto these red pipes. From the red pipes, you take a blind jump around the corner onto the second set of red pipes, and then you wait here, and you'll see this platform go up in a second. As soon as this goes up, you make your way across. So for me, it's a double jump onto the next platform, and double jump onto this one here. Warlocks can make it to that one there with just one boost, and then it's just onto this outer wall. And now from here, you've got to jump out and then up and in, and then again up, out and in, and finally up, out and in. Walk your way across to this little gateway bit where there's a hatch open, go in it, take it to the right, and you've done that awkward jump puzzle. And as you can see, we lost about 3 minutes there of me just failing, and it's a case of going down this slide, so go to the left, then to the right, boost when you see the red marker, and then that will slow you down enough to get you where you need to go. Up to this top vent up here, crouch down to go through it, and then there's some pipe work. So you go into the left hand pipe, and then across onto the right hand pipe. You can walk along this and it's okay. And then from this pipe you jump across the little safety platform, into this vent, across the vent, to the left once you get to the end, and you are now in the room of fans, which again is in the standard version of the heroic 0, or the standard heroic, in the standard version of the 0 hour Outbreak Perfected mission. So it's the case now just going down through your the fan section, and then you'll get to the Trevor section. And one thing to mention here, if you are doing this as a team and somebody is quite far ahead and they do Trevor, and they get all the 4 of the buttons, if they're further enough ahead and they get to the boss room before you get there, Trevor will reset and you'll have to do that as well. So it is sometimes worth hanging back a little bit if you're not too far in front of your team to get them there. But as Jason was quite far in front, he was already at the boss room by the time we got to here. So, it is what it is. Me and Jenna I did the Trevor room, you'll see it in a second. It's just the case of getting the 4 buttons. And yeah, again, this is the same as the normal 0 hour mission from here on out. Take a right, follow it through, and then down this pipe, and you can see the 4 lights are on, meaning I've got to get all 4 of them. So down this pipe here, and then we drop down into this little section here, turn to the right, follow this pipe, and then just listen out for Trevor. You saw him go past then, so then that means head to the left. If you see him go across like that and you're the first one there, follow it to the left. You can get both the left ones, and then back up to the middle. If you follow this route, you'll be able to get all 4. It's basically solo, so again, follow it to the left, take the first left in, and then follow this pathway down around to the right and turn on this to activate that switch. So that's switch left 1. Again, I'm going to hit this wall because it gives me a bit of extra ammo, and charges my arc because I've got arc conductor on the risk runner. And then again, follow it to the left. Go past this middle section here and take the next left. From here you go down and you activate this next switch. Again, this can be done a lot quicker, especially if I kept up with Jason. Me and Jenna are a bit far back because Jenna was helping me. And then once you've done that second switch on the left, if you go back towards the way you've came and go to this middle section here and jump onto these red pipes, you can then pretty much activate all of these pipes without having to worry about Trevor. So Jenna was having a few issues on one of the jump sections. She gets stuck on this middle section while I get stuck on that outer wall section. So by her waiting, it kind of slowed her down. But I'm really thankful that she did that for me. Without her doing that, we wouldn't have got this run through complete. So you activate the third one, so right 1, and then you go through and wait in here and go to the right and get the final one. And once you've got that, the room will be activated and open. And then there'll be the vault room in a second, which I'll be showing you. There are 3 separate pathways, so each week the solar singe changes, the same as on the Whisper, so you get solar, void and arc, and those 3 different solar singes have a different pathway for the vault room. So what I'll do is I'll put that up on screen in a second when we get there, so if you need it, feel free to pause the video, take a screenshot, and you'll have that then as well. If you're quick enough, you can jump through that one there. Jenna had to wait, but I was lucky I managed to get through it. And then it's just a case now of getting on these elevators and waiting. There is a way of jumping up the walls on this, but I don't ever risk it. I'd rather just take an extra 10 seconds, relax, compose myself and go up here carefully up to this top little platform bridge, and once you've done that you shoot out the little doorway as normal. Again, you can see because we're quite a bit behind Jason, it's reset all of this for us. So again, up to this top bridge, jump up here, shoot this one out, take a nice slide down here, again go left side then right side I think, yeah left then right. Again you can boost the slow down here, I just boost and glide along, double back to the right and through this little vent here. Now from this vent here is where you go down into the vault room, so what you need to do is just follow the vent along. You can spam X if you want to go a bit quicker, I didn't bother. I got a little bit lost here, a little double back, so turn to the right and wait for this one to open. Once this one opens, you come down into this room here, and now I'm going to show you the 3 separate pathways. So if you want to check them out, feel free to pause it. We're on solar, so you'll see in a minute I have to go 2 up, 3 across, or 4 across. So we go on the left side, up 2, all the way across the wall, up all but 1, across 3, so I had to double check what I was doing, down 1, across all the way to the end wall, and right the way up. And then what you can do if you're the first one across is you can activate this button or pull the lever, which turns off the pathway so that Jenna is able to run straight through it, or your team can run straight through it if you're close together, and you don't have to worry about doing that pathway. But as I said, each separate solar singe changes what the pathway is, so make sure you check what solar singe it is before you start it up and have it up ready so you don't forget which one's which. And then pretty much from there it's a straight run to the boss room, so you can see just up to the right here, run around and then up into here, and we had 3 minutes left when we got to the boss room. Jason had already taken out the first set of servitors and we were now at the tank section, so let's do this guys. So you can see I've got my solar singe on here, or my arc conductor even, sorry, which managed to take those shanks out. Again, I use it just to damage all this at the moment. Take my visibility and then jump up to where the tank is so that I can start damaging the tank. So Falling Guillotine absolutely destroys these tanks when they're up. And then it was just a case of using my other weapon, so I decided I'd use my risk runner to actually damage the tank while it was downed. So just keep shooting in the open section, I suppose, where it will take more damage, and then when it's up, shoot the lights. Again, it takes plenty of damage. I managed to take this tank down pretty easily by myself. Again, with these weapons and the light levels we're able to do this pretty easily now. I just need to get that jump buzzer sorted pretty much. But you'll see this for our first run through of the day. Well, it wasn't our first run through of the day, but our first completion of the heroic 0 hour. We're getting here with 3 minutes. To finish with the time we had left was pretty good going. We literally managed to complete this within a minute or 2. I get flung off the map, but nothing too much to worry about. So if you keep an eye on this boss in a minute, once I spawn back in, you can see how close we are to killing it. So I'm going to jump back in now, get back down. You can see we've got everything down now, all the tanks, so it's just the boss left. It's about 3/4 health. and it's just a case of running in there. I've decided to go in with my guillotine because it just does a lot of damage, and because I've got my void grenade that does disruption and damage, it's absolutely melting him. Jenna and Jason are also hitting him with their supers and everything like that. So we're just going in there on the final boss, all the nades and everything. I'm using my Risk Runner, just getting all the damage I can, quick damage and everything like that. There's one shank left, I decided to take him out now as well, and then we'll just take down the boss. And I've got my Arc Conductor back on, just absolutely peppering him with as much damage as we can. You can see we've got 1 minute and 15 left already. Pretty good time. And Jace hits him with a super, and we've got him down. And now it's just a case of clearing up the room, getting the final few little bits done. And I didn't realise that at this time we'd actually finished the mission. 1 minute and 5 left. We've actually finished with 1 minute and 5, and we only got to the boss room with 3 minutes left, me and Jenna. So if we'd got there with Jason at the start, we would have finished this mission with a good 5 minutes left probably. But guys, that was the heroic 0 hour mission. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. And you can see we've got some silver particulates as well. If you enjoyed it, guys, hit that like button. If you're new, please do drop a sub and a follow, and I'll be back again soon with some more Destiny 2. Till then, guys, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.